Morning.
Morning.
Welcome back, and thanks for joining us again. We're on the move, so why don't you come with us and find out what we managed to get up to. Oh, and we'll tell you what I've been getting up to as well.
Did you filming me then in case I fell in?
Yeah. Good morning. Can't tell you how fantastic it feels to finally be moving. It really is uplifting to be on the move again. We probably could have stayed in Stourbridge and picked up a mooring with the Stourbridge Trust, because we got told that some moorings were coming available. But we're continuous cruisers, and you know, we're boaters, not floaters. We don't want to be stuck in one spot for too long, and it's a fantastic spot that we've been in, but we've been there long enough now, and we need a change of scenery, and there's lots of people to meet and lots of adventures to be had. So yeah, it's definitely time to be moving on. No idea where we're going. There's no real destination in mind. We don't have to be anywhere. It's just we're going to move. So we're probably going to come off the end of this arm and turn left, which will get us on the Stourbridge Canal, and that's going to take us through 4 locks, and we'll get to Stourton Junction. Now when we get to Stourton Junction, we can either go left down the Staffs and Worcester Canal towards Kimber, Kidderminster and Stourport, but unfortunately there are some stoppages, so we won't get very far that way. Or we can turn right, and well, that will take us all the way up to Great Haywood. So yeah, we'll see what we're doing. We're going to need some water, because at the moment Lou is inside doing some washing, so we're probably going to have to get to a water point today to refill with that. So yeah, we'll just play it all by ear. Well, we just got to the first lock of the day. Only 4 to do today, and they're all easy and they're all in quick succession, so should be alright. But I've had to put a bob hat on because oh, it's cold today. It's definitely cold.
River. She loves her daddy. Don't you, River Bobs? Are you playing? Are you playing tug?
This is not a toy. Let go. No. No. Good girl. Listen, it's first lock I've done in months. We've made it to the water point. So Lady Brian is now hooked up to the water and refilling everything we've just used for doing some washing. So yeah, we was hoping we might get a mooring here, and if you look from the back of Lady Brian to the boat that's over there, that is a mooring. But there's so many angles on the path that Lady Brian at 70 foot just will not fit on that gap, which is always something that we have to consider. That's the downside of having a 70 foot boat. We come here, there is a mooring, but we just won't fit on it because of the angles, and the front of the boat's going to be stuck out. We won't be able to moor up properly. So yeah, not sure what we'll do. Right, so that lock there is Stew Pony Lock. Now, between Stew Pony Lock and the next lock, which I think is Hyde Lock, there is some fantastic mooring. And I was kind of hoping we might have been able to get on that. Unfortunately, Stew Pony Lock is closed. The bottom gates are broke, so we can't get through. There's supposed to be an update out on Wednesday of what's happening, but like I said before, this area down there, we just can't get Lady Brian on. So once we finish filling up with water, it looks like we're going to have to reverse the boat back that way, round the bend, back to the junction at the bottom at Stourton Junction there, wind the boat round and then head that way. Now, there are moorings on the other side of that junction, and there is room for us there, but it's fully enclosed with trees, which means we're not going to get any solar power at all. And on a day like today, solar is fantastic, and that means we don't have to run the engine as much, which is going to save diesel. So ideally we want somewhere with sun, so whether we stop there just for today and then move on tomorrow, or whether we just move on a little bit further today until we can find a spot that we get solar, we're not sure. We'll make that decision just before we set off, I think, but either way we're going to have to win there. So Lady Brian doesn't like reversing. I don't like reversing Lady Brian. So we've got ourselves a mooring. So we basically was where are we? Under that bridge, and then we've come back, we've winded at the junction, and now we're pointing towards Great Haywood and the northern part of the Staffson Worcester Canal. And to be fair, when we got here there was a bit of solar. It's not fantastic for solar here, so I think we're going to stay here for a day or two. Definitely tomorrow it's going to be heavy rain all day, so we're not going to be moving, and we're not going to get any solar anyway, no matter where we are, so it doesn't really matter. So it's a lovely quiet spot. Home for the next couple of days. Where's it, Pops? Find it. Well, good afternoon, guys. Me and Pops have decided we're going out for a little walk and a little explore of the surrounding canal. Yeah, Poppy loves it. And when it's just me and Poppy out, she's completely different to this lovely little cuddly dog that you see curled up on Lou's lap. She becomes a proper Springer Spaniel, and she gets the zoomies, and she just loves to run around and explore all the scents and the smells, and she loves it. And she likes it when the other two aren't out here, because the other two tend to gang up her a little bit, and Poppy's quite happy just to do her own thing. So yeah, we'll just have a little wander down the Staffson Worcester. Now I said Shropshire Union then. Down the Staffson Worcester. See what we can see. It's down here. That's the River Stour, which is right at the side of the canal. And I'm glad it's all the way down there, because yeah, I came down here the other day and the River Stour wasn't that high, so it's definitely picking up a bit. Not as bad as it is down south though. I believe it's quite bad down south. Already quite a bit of flooding. I'm assuming that must be something boaty related from when the canals were dug and being used, but can't see anything up on the top of that, so I'm wondering why there's some doors off there. I wonder what secrets lie behind it. Be interesting for no. If anybody knows what it is, drop it in the comments box or give us your ideas. Well, as you can see, it is a lovely, beautiful day outside. The sun's shining.
It's cold though.
Yeah, blue sky, but it is cool. It's a lovely winter's day, to be honest. Lou's just put the fire on. That's what she's just been doing, just to start taking the chill off as the temperature drops later on and that sun drops. And that's it, but we're going to get some bits of preparation done. I'm hoping to be back in the workshop tomorrow.
Yay,
Can't you tell someone's starting to feel a bit better now? She's been dodgy and croc, so you can tell she's getting better because I start getting more abuse.
you deserve it.
But yeah, so because of this, I'm going to hopefully be back in the workshop tomorrow. So we're just going to do some prep now, get some leather cut. And then we can start making windlass holders and start getting back through orders that are in. So if you've got orders with us, you know, thank you so much for your order for a kickoff, and just thank you so much for being understanding that we are running a little bit behind now because of this. So yeah, we've got to cut some leather. That's our next job. But I suppose we best really tell you what I did.
He was doing me head in, so I chopped his finger off.
You wish. She wishes. No, we was actually coming up. Well, I've actually got a design. So as you know, we make the pens. I'll just come back and find the offending article. So as you know, we make some pens, and Louise came up with a great idea of why don't we make some leather pen cases. In fact, yeah, it was your idea, so it's your fault. So I was coming up with a design to make a leather pen pouch, and I was making this, which is my template, something that I just, you know, work the design out, cover all design faults, whether we're going to press stud it or have a little flap like that. So I was making this, and I had a nicely freshly sharpened blade, which is literally razor sharp. You can shave with it, it is that sharp, the blade. And yeah, I've been saying for a while I need to get a specialist ruler that I can cut that keeps my fingers safe, and I never get round to doing it, do I? And yeah, the inevitable happened. My finger was overhanging the ruler. I came along with the knife and yeah, went into the top of my finger. The blade went 3/4 of the way through the top of my finger. What is so funny about me taking the top of my finger off?
I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at Poppy. She's wired.
She's wired.
Poppy's after the squirrels.
Oh, are you whispering squirrels in her ear?
Yeah.
She's looking for squirrels. But yeah, so yeah, it was hanging on by a thread, the rest of my finger. It bled everywhere, didn't it?
Yeah.
There was a lot of blood and a lot of... And it just shows the importance of having quite a comprehensive first aid kit, because the nearest A&E hospital was over 3 miles away and we had no means of getting to it. So luckily Lou's been first aid trained in the past. She used to do...
I was a member of the St John's Ambulance.
She was a member of St John's Ambulance. And I've been first aid trained as well. So we both kind of knew what we were doing. I think we've got 4 really comprehensive first aid kits dotted all through the boat. Yeah. We have them up the front where we keep the blacksmithing stuff. We've got them in the engine bay. We've got it in the kitchen. We have one in the workshop, and then we just have a general one in the bathroom as well. So basically, you never. I don't think you're ever within about 2 meters of a first aid kit, and every one of them is quite comprehensive. And to be honest, thank God we did, because we had everything on board, didn't we, to deal with it.
The only thing we didn't have was finger bandages that we need to get.
Yeah, I didn't have a finger stop.
Eye bandages have worked perfect.
Yep, an eye patch bandage worked perfectly. Just adapt it slightly, and that's worked fine. We had steri strips, so we can kind of stitch it all back up with steri strips, and that's held everything back in place. Luckily, it was a very sharp blade, so it kind of made a nice clean cut. So everything's gone back, you know, as it should be, nice and clean. And touch wood, to date, it's looking like it's healed. Well, it's not fully healed, but it's stitched back together. It's still got steri strips on, still bandaged, but I think that can come off tomorrow, and we'll probably get away with just having a normal plaster on. But yeah, touch wood, up to now I haven't got an infection, which was my main concern after the fact that I've lost the top of my finger, because if I get an infection I can't work. But yeah, that's basically what happened in a nutshell. There was a lot of pain, and I've had to rest it, which is why we're behind.
I didn't feel a thing.
Cough.
You can't say that on YouTube.
I said cough. Not what you thought. Right.
I know exactly what you said, and I know exactly what you meant.
Let's get some leather work done.